Hi everyone, and welcome back to the Hollywood Actor's Guide to Surviving the Film and Television Industry. This is Jennifer Lynn Warren. Happy to be here to help you out. Let's start with the business side. There are many things about these websites we have to pay for that are upsetting. Last week I told you about the non-cropping that Actors Access actually does on your photos. This week I want to talk to you about your reel. So as an actor, when we're submitting to a project, or if our agents are submitting to a project, they select reels, and the reels get passed on to the casting director. The casting director will select the actors they think will move forward. They will compile that list, and they will send it by way of breakdown services through a link where the director and producer will only see the actors chosen. On that page, the director, for instance, will get to see your audition takes. They will get to see your photo, your resume formatted in a completely different way, and they will not see your reel. They have no access to any of the media that you have uploaded and paid for on Actors Access, which is why I put this in the business part, because we spend so much money on all this stuff. They do not have access to any media on your Actors Access site. So occasionally, for years, I would see in the casting breakdown where the casting director would ask you to upload a reel with your auditions. And I never did it because I was like, well, my reels are right there and they're already uploaded. I guess other actors just don't upload reels. That's not why they're asking. They are asking because the directors do not have, and producers do not have access to your reels when they are viewing actors' self-tapes. So, your homework this week, I'm actually doing it right now, is I'm updating my reel because I can, and I'm shortening it to about a minute and 15 seconds because I want it to be short, to have a specific reel that I want to go with a dramatic audition or a comedic audition. And so we ask a lot of time as actors, do we now need a reel when everything's broken down in media clips on Actors Access? Yep, turns out, ladies and gentlemen, this is why you do need a reel, and I wish someone had told me this before. Let's talk about acting, my dear actors. There is like when you go into acting classes, it's like they're teaching you a formula. Like, oh, if you just follow so-and-so's formula for creating a role, then you're golden. Whereas you're not supposed to really follow a formula, I think. I think it's a formula is part of the form of acting. There's no acting training that's guaranteed to get you to the heart of a character. Stories are way too complex to think that one acting style is going to get you there. And so this is why I say study different teachers, different types, methods, Stanislavski, like I don't care who, improv, whatever. You need all of it under your belt to make a fully rounded character. That being said, I think what's happening is while I'm helping actors on We Audition, and I am seeing a lot of self-tapes come in for, for directing this film I'm directing. So many actors, like the difference between the actors that I'm like, yes, they've got it. This is awesome. They're definitely going to get called back. And the ones that I'm just like, no, even if they put in the quote work, like I can see their acting training as they're doing the scene, is that we are coming off as actors so self-possessed and so self-conscious. Whereas like we're so aware of ourselves that we can't get out of the way and look at the characters. And so I did the painful thing today is I keep all of my auditions in a folder on my computer. I have them for years. I have almost 16 years worth of auditions. And I was looking back at ones that I got callbacks from and the ones that I didn't. And I'm telling you, the only difference, it was not It was not whether or not I was even right for the character. It wasn't even how good my acting was, because I always, like 99.9%, just go like, I don't put something on tape unless I'm going to commit to like doing the work. Or were the days where I was able to just relax and let it go and let the character sing. And then the days that I could see myself observing myself doing the work. I don't yet know what the solution to this is. Sometimes we talk about like booking the auditions where we went in and we didn't care. I think that is a huge part of it, because if you don't care, you're not self-conscious. So if anybody has any tips about this, email me at hollywoodactorsguide@gmail.com so I can share it with everybody else. But I'll also say, as you know, our episodes are now sponsored by weaudition.com, promo code HAG25. While I'm helping actors on there, the ones that I hit a wall with are the actors that are just like, I can see this like self-possessed thing with them and I can't break them out of that shell. And so let's all help each other work on this so we can all work. It's my new project. I'm going to figure this out. I am going to figure this out. Do you need help figuring stuff out? Once again, we are sponsored by weaudition.com, promo code HAG25 for 25% off your lifetime membership. Auditions are heating up. Make sure you have a reader. Let's talk about survival. I have been coaching a lot of actors lately because I am in a holding pattern, and so I have a lot of free time to just kind of be around to help actors. And I will say that there are times in which you get a script in which there's an art to this. You can read the script and you can kind of tell that the actors need to create the characters. And then there are scripts in which the punctuation is so specific that the writers or the director, because directors rewrite drafts for, it's called a director's draft, to indicate to the actors what it is they're looking for. So today's survival tip is maybe the first or second time that you read this script and you're reading it out loud, follow the punctuation verbatim. I know that there's like this old-timey saying, and this comes from the theater, where you should just black out all the punctuation. That's not what they're talking about. They're talking about blacking out the stage direction. Huge difference. Massive difference. Because you're going to block out the stage direction in a theater piece, because that is always going to come from the first ever production of that play or musical. And so those stage directions become canon. But that doesn't mean you have to follow them to put on that theater piece. And so when they say that, they don't mean take out the punctuation. They mean take out the stage direction. So for those of you who are like, no, I was told to black it out, that's what they're talking about. So follow the punctuation. If you want a really good example of this, you can look up anything by Aaron Sorkin, because he's very particular about his punctuation. So is David Mamet. And for recent television, so is the television series Nancy Drew. I've coached a lot of actors on Nancy Drew lately. It's actually really awesome writing. I'm actually going to watch it because I'm enjoying the scripts so much. And the actors who are hitting the punctuation understand the character, because let me tell you, it's a funny show. And then some actors, they're not off book right, and they're just making up lines, and they're ignoring the punctuation. I was working with someone the other day, and they were playing this character with very low energy, and there were so many clues in the lack of punctuation and many run-on sentences that were grammatically incorrect, not because the writers were bad writers, but because they're giving the actor a clue about the momentum and how this person loves to talk, and they just can't stop. There's no commas to pause. There's no punctuation to stop. They have to get everything out because they're so excited about this thing that they're talking about until they get to the end of the sentence. And so that's my survival tip. Follow the punctuation. See if the writers are leaving you clues. That's all. That's all I have for you guys. That's it. Thank you, everybody who's been reaching out to me lately. I've been loving all the replies and stuff to like the episodes. So if you like something, let me know. If you don't like something, let me know. But in the meantime, what is language? How do I speak? Break a leg out there, and remember, you are not alone.